On the night of February 19, 1994, a woman was rushed into a California emergency room. She was disoriented, her heart was racing, and she needed help fast. But when doctors and nurses approached her, they started fainting, one by one. What kind of person makes an entire emergency room collapse just by being in it? This is the real, unsolved case of Gloria Ramirez, the woman the media called the toxic lady. Gloria Ramirez, 31 years old, mother of two, was suffering from late-stage cervical cancer. She was brought into Riverside General Hospital struggling to breathe, her body shaking. The medical staff tried to stabilize her. 4 lines, oxygen, cardiac drugs, the usual protocol. But then, something strange happened. One nurse noticed an oily sheen on Gloria's skin. Another smelled something weird, like garlic mixed with ammonia. When a doctor drew blood from her arm, it smelled like chemicals. And then, a nurse saw crystals forming inside the syringe. Seconds later, she passed out. Then another nurse collapsed. Then a doctor. One staff member had muscle spasms so severe she couldn't breathe. The emergency room had to be evacuated completely. Only Gloria Ramirez stayed behind, unconscious and dying. At 8:50 p.m., Gloria Ramirez was declared dead. But that was just the beginning of the horror. 25 emergency workers were affected. 5 were hospitalized. 1 spent 2 weeks in intensive care. But here's the kicker, no one could explain why. The coroner said her cause of death was kidney failure from cancer. But what about the people she poisoned just by being near them? The government launched a full investigation. Hazmat suits, blood tests, air samples. They searched for chemical leaks, gas exposure, anything, but nothing was found. Then came the theory. They said Gloria had been using dimethyl sulfoxide, a home remedy for pain. Under hospital lights and oxygen, it may have turned into a toxic gas called dimethyl sulfate. This could explain the fainting and illness. But here's the twist. No one could prove it. And never before or since has such a reaction happened again. Let's break down the wild theories. 1. The chemical theory. Maybe Gloria used a dangerous home remedy, and under specific conditions it turned her body into a poison factory. Problem: it's all speculative, no real evidence. 2. The hospital cover-up theory. Some believe the hospital was already contaminated with toxic chemicals, and Gloria was just a trigger or scapegoat. But why hide it? 3. The mass hysteria theory. Experts suggested the staff panicked due to stress, like a domino effect. But then, how did one nurse end up in intensive care with hepatitis and bone necrosis? 4. The paranormal theory. Could Gloria's body have become cursed, radioactive, spiritually toxic? It sounds insane, until you realize modern science has no better explanation. After Gloria's death, her body was heavily decomposed due to delays in the autopsy. Her family never got clear answers. She became a legend, featured in TV shows like Grey's Anatomy, Breaking Bad, and countless documentaries. But in the end, no one truly knows what happened that night in Riverside. Why did Gloria Ramirez, a dying woman, take down an entire emergency room? To this day, Gloria Ramirez remains a medical mystery. The toxic lady's story is one of the most bizarre real-life horror cases science still can't explain. What do you think happened? Was it chemicals, panic, or something more terrifying? Comment your theory below. And don't forget to subscribe for more real-life mysteries that no one can solve.